Hey gang, it's John from Courageous Conversations with John, and welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about just a little bit of a mindset that was important for me to come face to face with as I was, I guess for lack of a better term, procrastinating before I started to make this channel. And I think it's really important for me to talk about it because it really has a lot to do with this idea, if I can't be a rock star or a superstar or perfect or something, it's just not worth doing. And I'm speaking about myself here. I don't know if anyone else has ever had this, especially in an area of their life that they feel a calling or a passion to do, but they're worried that if they go out there and try their best effort, it's going to fall on deaf ears or no one's going to relate. I know one of my repeated fears that I have to face currently in this process is me judging myself as not enough in a process before I even get started. And what I've kind of come to realize is that where I can make a difference today is with my actions. So taking the next tiny courageous step is really what matters for me today. And, I'll just speak to a little bit of the problem as I was facing it, and I'm still facing it. Don't want to make it sound like any mountaintop, and also speak to some of the tips and tricks and things that I use today to get out of procrastination and fear and get into action. So the problem for me is really, it comes down to black and white thinking. I'm either 100% committed or I'm not. Or, really probably the best way I've ever heard it explained to me is I heard this from one of my friends. I'll do something so perfectly that I just won't do it. And that is really the best way I can sum up that fear of mine, which is it'll be so perfect that it never even happens. Or I've always got to read another book or go to another class, or maybe next year, or when I get my time right, or my finance right, or my love life right. You know what I mean? Just the list goes on and on and on. And for myself, making this channel as a kind of resource for people that are trying to imperfectly live a spiritual life with the best tools that they have has been something that's literally been on my heart for almost 5 years now. And I would love to tell you that I didn't do this for some big reason, like I was busy, but I was scared. I get scared even now. I get scared about being judged or not having a relevant message, or it falls, just no one cares, And so what I kind of do to combat this one courageous step at a time is I talk to people, I share this channel, I ask for feedback. I try to tell other people about the areas of my life that are new and scary, and sometimes even for me they feel dangerous, because when you risk and when you try to create something of beauty, you're putting yourself on the line. It's so much more easy for me to hide in the shadows and be generic and not be counted and not speak up. And I think I've gotten to the place where the need in the world feels greater than me just sitting back and not contributing in some way. This channel is really just about me trying to make a difference and trying to be helpful to other people that feel like they have a voice and they want to live by a higher set of principles. Whether they're spiritual in nature or not, it really doesn't matter. I just feel like so many of us are living lives of quiet desperation. I don't do this because it's easy for me. I do it because it's hard. And I think that's something right there that deserves accreditation. Doing something that's hard and scary and difficult, it always expands you. And for me, I've found that growth for me lives on the green and growing edge of my comfort zone. And I don't know if this is a rant or a useful list of tips or anything like that, but what I do know is that by giving voice to my fears, taking the next courageous step and sharing it with you guys, I grow. And if there's anything I have learned, watching other people lead by example, even imperfectly, helps me to expand and be a better man, be a better person. So this has been my conversation today. It's been a little bit about fear. It's been a little bit about getting into action. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them. If you've enjoyed the dialogue or the monologue, whatever you call it, feel free to subscribe. And thank you so much for joining me, and I'll have another video out real soon for us to share together.